Hello everyone, welcome to Secport Senano product series, The Art of Managing and Securing Endpoints, Chapter 4, How to Implement Security Compliance using Senano. Thank you for joining this session in your busy schedule. As some of you might already know, it is a 7-week training program, and in the previous week, we saw the other modules of Senano. In the first week, we covered the basics of Senano and how to set up the account and how to install the agents. In the second week, we learned about the patch management module of Sentinel. In the third week, we saw the vulnerability management module. And today's webinar is going to be all about compliance management. I hope my audio is clear and you're able to view the presentation well. Let me introduce the presenters for today's webinar. I'm Dikshita from the product marketing team. Along with me, we have Manish with us, our senior principal architect.
Hello.
Let us discuss today's agenda. So we will begin with about the compliance management of Secport Senana, and followed by that, we will be seeing the major industry compliance benchmarks supported by Senana, and Manish will be telling us the major operating systems supported by Senana compliance management, and the most important section of today's webinar where we're going to discuss the scenarios. So in this section, we have handpicked some of the tough, challenging scenarios of compliance management, and Mani should be providing us the solution for those scenarios. He'll also be taking us through a quick walkthrough in the product and giving us the solution for these challenging scenarios. And at the end of the webinar, we will be discussing the questions which has been raised during this session. Let us begin the webinar now. So Manish, start us by telling us about complaints management of Sena now.
Sure, Dikshita. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so before discussing about the Now and compliance management, so I would like to brief about the compliance management in general. So, as some of you might be already knowing, so compliance management is the ongoing process of monitoring and assessing systems to ensure they comply with the industry and security standards, as well as corporate and regulatory policies and requirements. So this involves infrastructure assessment to identify systems that are non-compliant due to regulatory policy or standard or changes or any misconfigurations or any other reasons. So compliance management is important because non-compliance may result in fines, security breaches, loss of certification, or other damages to your business. So staying on top of compliance changes and updates prevents disruption of your business processes, and that also saves money. So coming to Saner now, so how Saner now helps an organization to achieve their compliance goals. So in general compliance practice, to successfully monitor and manage compliance for your business infrastructure, you will need to have a constant ongoing assessment process. So, and that is what Saner now provides in one of its tool called compliance management tool. So which identify systems that are non-compliant, vulnerable, or unpatched. So this is the assessment step. So apart from this, you will also need to have a process of organizing the assessments and prioritizing the actionable items based on the efforts or impact and severity of the issues. So the next step would be to roll out these actionable items to execution. It could be rolling out patches or configuration fixes, etc. So Sener now has an integrated solution for this as well. It also important to validate the changes which are applied on your environment after taking such remediation actions. So Sener now provides an effective reporting feature where you will be able to obtain the effectiveness of this action you have taken. Yeah, so in a nutshell, Saner now offers regular and proactive system scans and actionable insight to an automating this remediation actions and customizable results. So hope that clear with compliance management and offering what Saner now is offering.
This is really interesting, Manish, and thank you for explaining us about both about complaints management in general, as well as telling us what CNNO has in store.
Sure.
Coming to the next question, what are the major industry complaints benchmarks supported by CNNO?
Okay, yeah. So we are in a multi-framework era where organizations, large and small, public and private, are tasked with complying with multiple cybersecurity policies, regulatory and legal frameworks. So there are regulatory guidelines available in various industry streams. So, for example, there is for financial sector there is PCI DSS, Payment Card Industry Data Security Standards, which is a set of requirements intended to ensure that all companies that process, store, or transmit credit card information or financial information to maintain a safe and secure environment. So these are the guidelines for such industries which are operating in that sector. So PCI DSS is an effort to enhance the payment card data security. The PCI Security Standard Council provides a comprehensive standard and supporting materials, which include specification of frameworks, tools, measurements, and other supporting resources to help the organization achieve these compliance standards. So another coming to another example, it would be healthcare industry where HIPAA compliance regulation, which is also known as Public Law 104/191. So it has main two purposes: provide continuous health insurance coverage for workers and protect the data in terms of health insurance policies and things. So the federal another example is the federal government is providing a guideline where NIST 853 and NIST 800 So National Institute of Standards and Technology came up with these guidelines to protect systems used within the federal government. These guidelines themselves apply to any components or any information system that stores, process, or transmit federal information. So these are the major industry regulatory standards. This is the
Thank you, Manish. So, as Manish mentioned, Sinana supports the major industry standards including HIPAA, PCI, NIST 853, and NIST 800-171. So, the next question, can you tell us about how Sinana compliance management architecture works?
sure. So there are majorly three components in the Senano architecture. So one is the escape feed, which has the sorry, there was a break. Yes, all the security standards or security guidelines are converted into a machine understandable formats, and that is kept in a repository. So that is one of the component where we use, and the other component is the server where which is facilitating this uh, requirements into a nice user interface where administrators will be able to operate and tailor their own custom their own benchmark policies and evaluate their organization posture against that. And the other component is on the endpoint side, which is an agent which is getting installed on this endpoints and monitoring this compliance uh, checks in this endpoints and reporting it back to the server. So these are the major three components in the Saner solution, which facilitate the compliance management.
We hope this section on our complaints management architecture is clear. Any doubts or any questions we'll discuss at the end of the webinar.
Sure.
Yeah. What are the OSs supported by Sinana complaints management?
So majorly we support all the Windows, Linux, and Mac families. So in coming to Windows, we support all versions of Windows operating system, and Linux, all the RPM and Debian based Linux flavors we support. and all the latest Mac operating system we are supporting. So currently, this is the operating system coverage from Zen Now solution point of view.
Okay, so as Manish mentioned, Senana supports compliance management for all three major operating systems, including Windows, Mac, and Linux. Now we are
Right.
going into the important section of today's webinar, that is the scenarios. So in this section, we have handpicked some of the challenging scenarios of compliance management. Manish would be giving us the solution for these scenarios, and he'll also be taking us through a quick product walkthrough, explaining us the solution for these difficult scenarios. Let us see the first scenario for today. Regulating HIPAA compliance is crucial for privacy and security of PHI, that is protected health information. Many healthcare networks face hiccups in implementing it. So this is really true. In the recent days with the COVID pandemic rising exponentially, protecting and safeguarding patients' data is really crucial for healthcare sector. And security being a major concern, this HIPAA policy plays a vital role in it, but implementing it manually is not an easy task. What are your thoughts on this, Manish?
Yes, Dikshita. Yeah, it is crucial for implementing the HIPAA standards for organizations which are operating in the healthcare industry. And challenges while implementing in all of these requirements are large in number. Like the first step towards this is to assess the organization infrastructure against the HIPAA regulatory standard. And Sena now how this regulatory guidelines already converted into a machine understandable format, and that is presented as a template in the user interface of Sena now. So let me share the screen and take you through those steps. So I will be opening my. Let me share the screen.
Sure, Manish.
Yes. So sorry. So this is the compliance management dashboard of Sena now. So I will be opening, users will be able to open this dashboard by clicking on the center S button and clicking on the CM button here. And post that you will be landing in this page. And then for going to the HIPAA compliance management templates, so you should be able to click on this, and that will open up a creating page where you will be able to create new benchmarks. So you can click on that, and that will take you to a page where a lot of templates are being listed. So here in the top section you can see HIPAA compliance. So you can click on that, and it will be listing all the supported HIPAA compliance benchmark templates. So you users should be able to choose their own choice of operating system specific template, and create benchmark or apply this benchmark for the selected devices where they wanted to have this compliance applied on, or the devices um, to be compliant. So there is another thing possible is the tailoring or configuring this rules. So the in general this HIPAA compliance regulatory standards will be having a lot of rules in it, and there are certain rules which need according to the organization some customizations. So so if you let me look at this. So if you look at this particular rule, and that is talking about deny logon locally. So that is associated with a group of users here. So if you wanted to change this policy, that is customizable. Users should be able to put their own user groups and apply this against their organization. So likewise, there are a lot of requirements listed on the left hand side, and the respective for each of this requirement there are a lot of configuration settings possible, and those settings are listed on the right hand side. And as per the organizational need, if customization needed, users should be able to do that. And the information about this rule details will be available down as and when you click on this each of this rule. So there will be a detailed description available explaining what this rule is about and how you can customize this according to your need. So this is the HIPAA template available. So like this for different operating system, we are providing. Sena now is having this templates ready. So hope that covers the HIPAA compliance template section. And post that, once you have done with your modifications, so you can come back to the screen and go to the next section and apply it to the group of devices or devices in your organization. So this is that covers, I guess, the HIPAA use case scenario, right?
Yeah, this is really nice, Manish. So, as Manish mentioned, using the existing template available in Senior now, you will be able to apply HIPAA policy across your network endpoints. Let us move on to the next scenario now. Violating PCI regulations by BFSIs not only lead to hefty fines, but also paves way for substantial risk exposure and severe business relationships. So when I think of PCI and BFSI, a recent study comes into my mind. A study says that compared to other industries, BFSIs are 300 times more prone to attacks. So this really insists the need of having PCI compliance in place. And how do you think we can handle this, Manish?
True. Organizations operating in the financial sector are under constant threat of attackers who are looking for any weakness in the IT environment. So let me take you to the screen and share how a PCI compliance template can be configured. So let me share the screen again. I will take the screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm at this place where previously I have explained how to come to this place, and we have seen how HIPAA templates are can be customized. So same way you can choose here the PCI compliance section. So there the list of PCI compliance templates are available for various operating systems. So you can choose one of this, or as per your need, you will be able to as per the organization what kind of devices are there. So based on that, you should be able to choose one or more such templates, and you can go to the next window by clicking on the right hand side. I think there is some problem with this template. Let me take up another template. So it is taking some time to load. I think there are a lot of rules in the PCI uh, template, so that's why it took some amount of time. So as you can see here, these are the list of PCI requirements and the respective configuration settings on the right hand side. So there are a lot of rules available here, and respective customizations possible on the right hand side section. And also users will be able to read and understand more about what it means. And obviously, if you want to customize values, you should be knowing what it is. So for that purpose, there is a description section. So users will be able to read it and make customizations as per the need and apply it. So once it is saved, you will be taken back to the previous page, and you can choose devices for applying such templates. Yes, Dikshita, over to you.
Yeah, so as Manish mentioned, this is how you will be configuring PCI compliance in Selena. And this way you can implement this policy across your network computers. Let us move on to the next scenario now. Many industries these days mandate NIST benchmarks. However, implementing them is not an easy task. So, as we saw, HIPAA is for healthcare and PCI is for BFSIs. NIST is one other popular benchmarks or framework which has all the required guidelines needed for an IT industry or any industry. So, many industries and organizations of late have started adopting NIST frameworks in their organization to tighten their security. However, this framework comes up with a lot of guidelines and laws, and implementing them manually is not an easy task. What is the solution for this, Manish?
Right. So, yes, for NASG also, we have predefined templates available. So let me show that as well. I will just take the screen and quickly show that. Yeah, so here we are in the same page again. So here we can see that there are two guidelines from NASD 853 and 800 So both are for the federal government environment. So here 853, if you look at, there are a list of operating system based templates available. So again, the same step can be followed by selecting the required operating system template, and if customization is needed, you can click on the right hand side edit symbol, and that will load the page where all the list of uh, NASD 853 rules are being displayed. I think it is taking some time. Yeah. So here, if you see, there are a list of requirements mentioned on the right hand side. Similar view is provided here as well, and on the left hand side, the description. Sorry, the list of configuration settings falling under that particular requirement, and the customization uh, ability is also provided at the same place, and the description, like the other templates, the description about each of the role is given in the below description section. It will be a detailed description about the corresponding settings and how it can be modified. Yeah, so that covers the nest templates, Dikshita.
Yes, Manish. So, as Manish explained, this is how you will be able to configure NIST benchmark policies in your organization, and you can easily implement them across your network endpoints. Let us move on to the next scenario now. Some businesses need not have to oblige by security laws. Security is still a major concern for them, and a strict policy in place will be helpful. This scenario is especially suitable for SMBs. In general, small businesses need not have to oblige by security laws, but still, security is very important for them. Maybe a strict policy or a custom policy in place will be really helpful for them. So, Manish, what do you think about this and how Cinema can be efficient in handling this scenario?
Right. Yeah. So some of the organization might not be or they don't need to follow certain or industry standards. There is no compulsion, but still security is a concern, and if for any connected device, it is a concern, and it is always safer or good to have this kind of policy. So uh, Secport team has prepared an interesting section where we have tailored rules from various standards and create our own templates, which we termed as general complaints. So let me share the screen that and explain about it. Um, so again, the same place where we can go to the create benchmark section. So there is the first section where it is mentioned as general complaints. So here we have these templates prepared for almost all the operating system what we are supporting. So there is a long list of operating system support here, and so this is created based on the not based on any regulatory standards, but the rules are obviously have taken from all of the sources and created the requirements. And these are the list of requirements for this particular operating system, which Secport team analyzed and figured out that is, which is important for safeguarding the respective operating system. So again, the interface is same for this also. The uh, list of requirements are mentioned in the left hand side section, and the right hand side will be showcasing the list of settings available or to meet that requirement. And obviously the customizations are possible in that section. Yeah, and the description about each of this roles or the settings are mentioned below. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about this section.
Yeah, so as Manish mentioned, you can make use of this and you can custom create your own policy and you can implement that in your organization. Any doubts here? We can discuss it at the end of the webinar and please raise it in the question window.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's move on to the next scenario now. Compliance scans take a long time and it is enough to run it once a month before an audit. This is really true. In general, compliance scan often takes a very long time, and this has led to negligence among IT security teams. And this is one major reason security teams run compliance management scans and compliance management preparation right before an audit, and this is really not the most recommended industry practice. And Manish, you can share your thoughts on this.
Sure. Yeah. As per the Sena now policy, or so by default, it is automatically doing a compliance scan every day on a day-to-day basis. It happens automatically. Only customization needed or possible is the timing. So even though the scan takes less than 5 minutes, so the timing is still customizable. So within 24 hours, you will be able to configure scan timing. So let me show that interface in the UI. So it is possible in this right hand side, there is manage devices section and there is a setting. So if you click on the settings, so it will take you to a window where you can create settings, and you can create a settings and click on the schedules section, and you can customize a timing here. So as I mentioned, it is automatically happening every day. So only choice here is to change the timing, and you can customize it to an appropriate time where you wanted to do it. So as by the philosophy, we would want it to happen on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, that is about
That,
getting it, Dikshita.
Yeah, that's really interesting, Manish. So, in Sena now, compliance management scan would be performed on a daily basis. So, we assure a continuous compliance solution for you without any doubts. So, now let us move on to the next slide. Detecting compliance deviations takes one tool, and system hardening fixes are provided in another or done manually. This is one of the common scenario we hear. IT security teams run compliance scans using one tool, and the remediation fixes they opt for either a different tool or they do it manually. This approach will not be the right method in the longer run, and having one simplified console would be the right way to go forward to it. And Manish, what are your thoughts on this?
Right, Dishita. So, yes, so it will be cumbersome to manage different tools to achieve one objective. So, let me share that screen and show how Sena now facilitate this capability. So, if you come to the dashboard, so here you can see the benchmark details, and see on the top right corner, you can see the remediation actions. So if you click on this, it is going to take you to a window where all the list of roles which are non-compliant is going to get listed as per the template you have chosen. So in this environment, I have created these many templates, and the first template is selected. And as per that first template, these are the list of rules or regulations which are violated. And on the right hand side, you can see the host or the devices which are deviating these rules. So right now there are two hosts which are deviating, and some of the rules are deviated by one host only. So this is a place where you can choose the rules which you want to make a change. For example, this rule is violated by these two hosts. So what you wanted to fix this problem. So what you have to do is you have to just select this, and then select on this fix selected issues, that you will take you to a place where you can schedule this particular task. So this window will open up the same details, and you will be able to, if you want further customization, that is possible. But if you are okay to go ahead with that, then you can click on this, and that will open up a window where you will be asked to give a name and a schedule for when to schedule this activity. So three options are possible. One is as I mentioned, after the scheduled scan, which is happening every day. So as part of that, you can do. Or if you wanted to roll out immediately, that is possible. You can choose this option. Or a custom date, you wanted to plan it for a particular date where you know that it is available. So that is also possible. So that is about scheduling. And there are few other controls possible. Like there are certain uh, fixes which needs a reboot. After the fix, you might have to do a reboot of that system, so that is taken care here. So you can if you want to have a different schedule for the reboot, so that can be provided here. And you wanted to give out some messages to the end user, so that is also possible here. And another control is about fixing the time. So you saw that how it can be scheduled. So now you wanted to you don't want to cross it certain time, like you wanted to end the remediation, or you wanted to roll out all the patches before certain time period. So that time can be mentioned by this control. And then you wanted to notify the user, that is possible here. And you want to make some customized actions. Let's say you wanted to take a backup before all the remediation activity happens, so that is possible. This the last option is to assume you want it's your production environment and you don't want to disturb, so you wanted to be 100% sure before you actually deploy these patches. So that possible, you actually will be able to test this on a testing environment by this feature, test and deploy. And once the testing is passed, you will be able to successfully deploy on the actual production environment or actual environment. So this is how Sena now addresses the compliance deviations, or helping the customer fixing the compliance deviations.
So as Manish was showing us, we can make use of this and we can remediate all the existing violations in the network, and we can abide by compliance laws. So now let's move on to the next scenario. The most tiresome part of compliance audits is preparing reports. This is really true and the most hectic step of the complaints management process. You would have seen in the other webinar series also about reporting, but when it comes to complaints management, reports are really crucial because that is what which is going to get you the certification, and that is what is going to make the industry run and function. So how does Sena now handle reporting? Over to you, Manish.
So yeah, reporting is crucial in terms of getting the certifications and showcasing your compliance status to somebody else. So Sena now provides an interesting reporting interface. Um, so this is the report interface, and here I will be loading a custom report which was prepared. So this is as created as per the NIST requirement. So various NIST identities are or IDs are provided, and it is listing on various asset information, and all of them are part of NIST regulatory standards. So users should be able to get all these details in a single place. So this is a customized report created for a NIST requirement. So all of them are related to the IT environment information. So coming to the benchmark, so these are the benchmark related reports which are created based on the template I have chosen. So for each of the benchmark, there are reports created based on the success rate or the compliance adherence of devices which are under the scope of those benchmarks. So this is a default or the custom made script, reports which are which is present. So I will show you another interface where you will be able to create your own reports. So right now this is a blank page where you will be able to drag and drop and create reports. So for that, if you currently we are discussing about the compliance management. Let me go to the compliance management and show how those elements can be added. Yeah, see. So these are the compliance management list of APIs available. So you can simply drag and drop these report APIs here and create your own report in the desired format. And the various options are possible in this each of these report sections. You can choose the columns. You can sort based on different columns by default. So, and another thing is about saving this report and permanently, and getting a backup of this on a day-to-day basis for comparison purpose, and getting it over email. So all those facilities are available here. So as per the daily scan happens, you will be getting automatic updates of your daily compliance posture in your email, or you will be able to come to this console and download as well. So hope that is helping the customers to get a day-to-day compliance posture of their organization.
This is really nice, Manish. So, this is very interesting, and creating reports and complaints management will be a very easy process with all this in place. So, now let us move on to the next scenario. It is hard to map compliance requirements in one neat dashboard, making it difficult to get clear insights. Without having proper insights of the whole compliance management process, it will be very difficult to implement the laws and make sure you have achieved complete compliance conformance. So, getting a clear, insightful dashboard is really crucial in the compliance management process. And Manish, please share your thoughts on this.
Sure, yeah. As I explained about the reporting interface, so reporting interface is a customizable dashboard, we can say. So another thing is like Sainer provides a default dashboard. So I will just take you there. So the way to reach a dashboard is, as I mentioned earlier, so you can click on this S symbol and click on the tool. So if you do that, by default you will be taken to this page, which is the compliance management dashboard. So here lot of information about the organization is being displayed. The first two sections you can see on the top section. So the first pie chart you can see, so that is talking about the compliance deviation of the devices in your organization. So it indicates that this particular report, around 30 percentage of uh, devices are showcasing us not scanned, and 70 percentage is not complained even though it is scanned. So that is a posture of your organization. And coming to the next session, it is about benchmark. So each of this benchmark you might have created benchmark for by choosing the compliance template, or customizing the customizing the compliance templates. So these benchmarks are created out of those templates, and as per this benchmark, and it will be applied against a group of devices as well. And with respect to that, what is the compliance statistics? So this particular compliance benchmark is applied to a group of devices, which is the CentOS group, and it is showing that 100% of the devices are non-compliant. That means there is no device which are 100% compliant under this group, which are under this benchmark. So same goes with the other benchmark as well. So that gives an overall view about the compliance policy you applied for your organization. And here it gives a different view of the same detail, which is something like a role based distribution of compliance. So you can choose the benchmark you wanted to see in detail, and that will the roles of that particular compliance will be listed here. So if you look at this particular benchmark, Ubuntu generic compliance for Ubuntu group, you can see that there are two groups which are totally green, which is these two rules are passed from all the devices. All there are four settings here, and all the four settings are passed in two devices which are applicable. Same case with this template also. So there are more rules here. Sorry, no, 6 rules here, and that is also totally compliant. So this is a detailed view of the same benchmark. It showcases how many are not compliant, how many are not scanned, how many are not selected, all of them. So these selection are based on the customization I showed earlier, where the template page you will be able to choose not to select certain settings if that is what you want to. And here, it provides an insight about the top non-compliant host, the hosts which are notorious in terms of adhering to the compliance standard. So, if you look at here, the host with the host name CentOS seems to be having 280 rules violated. So that's what this means. So this gives a sorted view of devices where non-compliance count is given. So that is also possible to, all of this are available for the users to download in a CSV format, and various filters or searching mechanisms are available. And this is the same similar thing, but it is in terms of asset based. So it is giving you an insight of what is the top non-compliant asset. So in our scenario, it is two assets which are non-compliant. Sorry, one asset which are non-compliant in two devices. That's what this means. So this section is mitigation impact. So which gives that what it takes to make the non-compliant to zero. So as you can see that total number of non-compliant issues are 163. That is across all the devices, eliminating duplicates and all. So total 163 non-compliance settings are there across all the devices. And if you apply 20 patches, if you roll out 20 fixes, so it is going to come down to 137. So this is a graphical representation of how you can make the compliance to or make the non-compliance to zero. So if you apply around 80 plus patches, so that is going to bring down your non-compliance status to a level of zero. And this is again a section which talks about the possible remediations for each of the template is created. So you can choose, or you can have a quick view of that. And if you choose to take an action, you can click on this dive in icon, and that will take you to this place where remediation actions. So there you can choose the violating rules, and then from there you will be able to schedule a task and deploy it on the required machines. So this is the dashboard which provides an overall view of the organization's compliance posture, Dichita.
Yeah, got it, Manish. So this is one such insightful dashboard which will have all the necessary information in one place, and this should be really helpful for IT security teams to strategize their complaints management process. So that is, move on to the next thing. So now we are done with the major scenarios of this webinar, and now we are in the questions session. If you have any questions, please do raise it in the question window, and we will be happy to take it up. So Manish, the first question for you here is, can we configure complaints management alerts?
Yes, okay. Let me take you to that section. So yes, we have an alerts section available. So let me share the screen and explain. I will take the screen for a moment. Yeah, so here, see, this is, you can navigate yourself to this section by clicking on this left hand side alert icon. So if you click on this, you will be redirected to this page where various tool-based alert mechanisms provided. So if you click on this compliance management, there is a on-off toggle button available. So you can click on it, and that will enable the compliance alert for yourself, and it will trigger emails as and when there is a compliance deviation detected as part of the daily scan. And customization possible here is like for each of the compliance deviations there are an ID associated with it, so which is called common compliance enumeration ID. So that ID you can get those ID details of interest or non-compliance settings which you are interested in. So those IDs you can populate here, and once such non-compliances are detected in the organization, you will be getting automatic alerts. And in general, if you don't care about any specific non-compliance, you can configure it in such a way that any of this non-compliance I should get an alert. So these are the two options available in alerting section.
Hope it answers the question. Let us move on to the next question now. Can we import our current policy into Sena now?
So right now we don't have a direct interface where we'll be providing policy import. So we should be able to support that requirement. So from the user interface perspective, I would say that is not there as of now.
Yeah. So as Manish mentioned, in the user interface perspective, we don't have that. However, our team internally would be able to aid that requirement.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So now there is one other question here for us. Does it also remediate violations? That is, Sena now also remediate violations? Yes. I think Manish explained it in one of the scenario that Sena now also remediate violations. So now these are the questions we have for today's webinar. Any other questions? Please do let us know, and you can also reach out to our support team and post your questions. One other question we have received once again on the remediation part. So, Manish, we do violate violations in Sena now, right?
Sorry, Dikshita, can you repeat that? We do?
Does Sena now also remediate violations?
Yes, violations in the sense, yeah. So violations is a non-compliant, so that will get reported, and users or we should be able to fix those violations. So that is what remediation is all about.
Okay.
Uh,
So now, thank you, Manish. And we are done with all the questions of today's webinar. And thank you for joining this session. And I hope this session was useful to you to understand the compliance management features of Sena now. And any doubts or any questions, you can raise to our support team anytime. If you're looking for a free trial, please do let us know and you can avail it anytime. And if you're looking for a detailed demo, we'll be happy to do it for you as well. And our next session, stay tuned in the next month, and please do stay tuned for that. And thank you guys, and have a great day.